to get the show started. Chance to sign off in style for HFX Wanderers, for whom this is the final game of the inaugural Canadian Premier League season. Only one team, Cavalry, has left the East Coast with maximum points. But the Wanderers want to turn too many draws into one final win. Pacific FC haven't made that marathon journey just to make up the numbers. Tridents here searching for their third win of the year over the Wanderers. And Terran Campbell, with 11 goals, still very much in the hunt for the CPL's first golden boot. Early knock for Diego Gutierrez. No harm done, he's up and ready to get on with it. So Blake Smith with the throw for Pacific in the light blue jerseys, playing from left to right in the first half. It's a PFC throw, just in enemy territory. Norman away from Gutierrez on that left-hand flank. Go out of play for a throw-in. HFX fans get themselves warmed up behind that goal. Smith will try and keep them quiet. Alvissimo to get the ball across. Elton John cuts out the initial trot. Correa couldn't quite get there. Forward it goes. Terran Campbell to the area. Who got the last touch? Goal kick, says the referee. Comes up from Shaki Bosin. Making just his third appearance. Stephen Hart talking about the frustrations of trying to get him fit, just in the nick of time. Bosin came through the Montreal Impact Academy. He's back on the field. There are some notable absentees, perhaps none more so than Akeem Garcia, the HFX leading scorer with 7 goals. He's away on international duty, having been recalled by Trinidad and Tobago for some CONCACAF Nations League action against Honduras. I mentioned the fact that Williams is not available, been sent off in the previous game, so only one goalkeeper available for Halifax. Victor Blasco, who scored in this fixture a week ago, he's also missing through suspension for the visitors. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see the reappearance of Marcel de Jong on the bench for Pacific tonight. None. Away goes. Bit of head tennis in midfield. Get there. Lucas McNaughton pushes it back to Nolan Worth. Strosic. Caden Chung playing at right back. Nice little give and go. Chung makes his way infield. Runs into Andre Rampersad. Good Aida. Inviting Sak Secunda. Just catching practice for Worth. To Vancouver Island goalkeeper from Comox. 4 years of age. And Fisk will be critical from an offensive point of view for Pacific. 4 goals and 4 assists, so he scores them and makes them as well. Watch out for the Trident's number 10. This is Alex Gonzalez, Panamanian defensive midfielder. Turn it over again, Ida and Correa. In possession. Norman makes his way forward. John takes over. HFX HFX unbeaten at home in the last 6 games, but 5 of those have been draws. Their last home win, in fact, was back on August the 5th. Matthew Arnone, who's just been crowned HFX Player of the Year, scored the only goal in a 1-0 win over Valor. Avissimo, Norton and Strosic. Blake Smith playing at left back. Might reach him. He was trying to get in there. Seen, bring it forward for Gutierrez. Smith was in quickly. Wanderers grounds looking in fine fettle again. They've done a really good job this season in terms of the playing surface, perhaps the best in the Canadian Premier League. Gutierrez in quickly from the mistake, makes his way down that right-hand side. For support comes from the Rocket Man into the area. Pereira, and Ida goes down on the edge of the area. No foul, says the referee. And then high over the top from Andre Rampersad. One of 7 changes made by Stephen Hart. Michael Silverbauer knows his team with a win. They've pulled all the way up to 3rd place in the CPL standings. As previously mentioned, HFX on home soil are a tough nut to crack. Not so much on the road. Christian Saar playing at right back tonight for the Wanderers. Finds Gutierrez, surrounded by 2. Battling for possession, loses out. Strosic to bring in Worth. Norton, Canadian, born in New York City. Lucas McNaughton. Norton again. What about going long? Comes inside Pereira. Brings in Chung. Big feet from the right back. Strongly was Elton John. Finds Secunda on this near side. Alex de Carolis, one of the changes. And as mentioned, Orsine finally fixed to return. And Saar can't get his feet taunted out. Smith for Gonzalez. Secunda's making good yards on this near side. Everything to his left. De Carolis on the overlap. Here he is. De Carolis, can he find the service? There's an offside flag. Against De Carolis. How much would he love to see his team round off the season with a home win? He's made no excuses, Stephen Hart. He knows his team just hasn't scored enough goals. Only 10 goals in 16 games in the fall season. But they don't lose many here. Compare that with Pacific, who've scored 20 goals in the fall season alone. Hakeem Garcia. HFX might yet again 5 goals to come by. Bundled over. Nothing doing. Last touch. Off Smith, and so it will be a corner. First of the contest. put some pressure on David Worth and those defenders. Gutierrez, left-footed in-swinger towards the near post. Chung was there first, and behind for another corner. Gutierrez to the near post again. Give it a little more air this time. No, near post again. This time dealt with by David Norman. Gutierrez again to knock it in. This time away by Hojarapur. On the break is Blake Smith. A yellow card there for Ramprasad. I'm sure he took the ball. Seen is being waved away. What's the referee going to do? Early in the game, only 10 minutes gone. Ramprasad pleading his ignorance. Soleil Baudouin. Well, certainly a lecture. There was a trip, and Smith was away. Maybe a ticking off for right now. Baudouin is an experienced official. Of several games, 4 I think I might be saying, at the FIFA Women's World Cup earlier in the summer. Dusimo for Worth, who decides to go long. Saar, and over his head, Seen needs to deal with it. Ramprasad turns away from danger, then gets bundled over. Referee says play on. Trying to get it through the middle. Important interception by Oseen. Pressure still there. Valdissimo. They're appealing for handball. The referee says corner. And a quick counter-attack caused some consternation inside that HFX penalty area. Quick ball forward. Oseen had to make this tackle right there. It is a corner, so more pressure for Ochsner and co at the back. Right-footed, in-swinger. Up go the heads, it'll fall for Caden Chung. Smith trying to keep it going. All the big men still forward, and there are possibilities here. It's the opening goal, and it's Lucas McNaughton, unmarked on the far post in the 13th minute. And Pacific have the lead. HFX 0, Pacific 1. McNaughton with the header. Well, they all stayed forward and nobody picked up McNaughton. All he had to do was get his header on target and beat Ochsner at the near post. There will be questions asked defensively by the Wanderers. Lucas McNaughton doesn't care about that. He has his second goal of the CPL season. Well-directed header. But he was completely unmarked when the ball came back in again. And the Wanderers find themselves behind. Pre-match talk about Terran Campbell. Here he is. Campbell again. Get away from Ramprasad. In those situations, those set pieces when the big men come forward, they're always a danger. Lucas McNaughton didn't necessarily have to use his 6-foot 2-inch frame. The ball was coming down when he headed it. There was nobody near him from a defensive point of view. Just steered his header inside the near post with Ochsner exposed. So, Halifax have work to do. That doesn't help. Secunda couldn't keep it in play. Not the first 15 minutes that he envisaged. Norton, the goal scorer. Usually where you'll find him, on Inside Strossik. Gonzalez and McNaughton again. Having got the opening goal on the road, tried and slow it all down and dictate the pace of play. Norman trying to get ahead of Ansar. Kept it in play. Or did it just curl out? It did. It will be a throw to Pacific. Leave it for Smith. And Fisk. Switching the angle of attack. Chung. That earlier shot charged down. Likes to get forward from that right back position. Can he fashion a cross? Past Campbell. Ben Fisk. Brought it down. Wide of Oxley's goal. It's a half chance. And Pacific asking all the questions at the moment. And Perea, Chung, Gonzalez, simple ball for Smith. Strossik back for his goalkeeper. Pacific have had the better of this fixture. In his first season of the CPL. This is the 5th meeting. They've won a couple of them, but they've never won here. HFX in the very first game of the spring season back in April in Langford. And they're queuing up again. Norman was well forward, but just rising above De Carolis and using his arms. Only meeting the Wanderers grounds on June the 1st. Halifax won that 2-1. Went back to the West Coast. Pacific won that 3-1 in July. And just a week ago, again back in Langford, it was a 1-1 tie with Victor Blasco and Akeem Garcia scoring the goals, but neither of them are taking part in tonight's game. Garcia on international duty, Blasco serving a 1-game suspension for accumulation of yellow cards. No name scored in this fixture. Will be asked to again. Prasad. We've seen to that right-hand side. Gutierrez, in fact it's Ida. And quickly Strossik. Got bundled over and may have got his foot stepped on by the Japanese striker. Holding his right foot, Strossik. Well, it was a 50-50 ball. Strossik played the ball first, might have just got his foot stepped on as Ida closed in. He's back on his feet. And Rampersad of the Trinidad and Tobago contingent for De Carolis. And Zach Secunda, tracked by Chung. John Carolis forward, but repelled. Picked up by Jarapur. Quickly in, Ida. All those changes made by Stephen Hart, 7 in all. And the team beaten by Cavalry last time out. Gonzalez, Smith will win the throw. Gonzalez turning. Jarapur forward. Far ahead. Baldissimo. Only forward up to halfway. In the face, but he managed to find Secunda. Quick feet either for the curling ball, but that's too close to the goalkeeper. Never really gave Gutierrez a chance on that far side. 20 minutes gone at the Wanderers grounds in Halifax. The party hasn't started in the kitchen yet because Pacific have scored the opening goal, headed by Lucas McNaughton after 13 minutes. Saar back for Ossine. Switches it to the left-hand side. And Secunda tried to flick it inside for De Carolis. Sania Man will take the throw. We'll try the long one. Almost in the crowd, De Carolis. Can he unnerve the Pacific back line? De Carolis with the long throw into the mix-up. Bellissimo away. More defending to be done. Well, he should be a happy camper, Michael Silberbauer. His team winless in 3. Only 2 road wins for the Tridents in 2019. De Carolis again. Not with it. Second phase. Gutierrez picks it up. Back for Saar. Looking for the tall men. Ramprasad couldn't quite get there, but behind. Back for a goal kick. There's the goal scorer. Up towards halfway. Over the top of Campbell, but not fortunate with the deflection. It'll break for Secunda. Thanks to the dark shirt, Strossing across to cover. Midway point of the first half. Norton's headed goal. It's the marker that counts. In by Chung. Bellissimo is possessed by Secunda. John. Well, it's cleanly contested. No question about that. And Saar on that far side. Strossing again across to cover. Saar looking for Pereira. Way across, cleared by McNaughton. Cleared by Ramprasad, and away by Strossing. Ramprasad. Jarapur, Memphis was the intended recipient. Gutierrez does some tricks around the outside and wins the free kick. Smith completely assisted on that far side. But it will be a free kick for the Wanderers. Bit of holding perhaps by Smith. So 2 in the wall, 20 more in the crowded penalty area. As Gutierrez prepares. Swing one in with that left foot. These can be difficult for goalkeepers. Stays at home, depending on the flight of the ball. He may stay there, he may come. We're about to find out. We're barking out the orders, trying to make sure all angles are covered. So Gutierrez from that far side delivers. In the end, it was too close to Worth. Made a comfortable diving save. Caden Chung for Bellissimo. Norton square for Strossing. about Pacific's work. There doesn't need to be. Got the bonus of that early goal. Sarr won the header. Gutierrez. Correa. In the starting lineup. Joaquin Garcia. Correa would love to score a goal. A little bit of a disappointing season for the Colombian. Just 2 goals in 13 appearances. Gonzalez. The helicopter whirls away overhead. The Carolis looking to get on with it. Here is Pereira. Uses his body to go away from Gonzalez. And then Aida. Is that a penalty? It is. Off McNaughton, down with Aida. There was contact. And the referee pointed to the spot. Marie-Soleil Baudouin had a good view. Have another look. Aida was on his way. And McNaughton put his foot in. Didn't get the ball in the opinion of the referee. Took down the man. And McNaughton, who scored the goal at the other end, has now conceded a penalty and handed Halifax a gilt-edged opportunity to get back in the game. And it will be Luis Alberto Pereira to take the spot kick. Big chance for Halifax to draw level in the 27th minute. Pereira scores emphatically. And now we have a party in the kitchen. Wanderers back on terms with Pacific. It's 1-1. Luis Alberto Pereira, the Colombian, 3rd goal of the season. Worth no chance, went to his left. And Pereira smashed it into the roof of the net. Tied up at 1-1. That's what they came to see in the final home game of the season. Really hadn't had much to trouble Nolan Worth up until that point. Norton just made contact with Aida before he made contact with the ball. There's Aida again. The referee had no hesitation in pointing to the penalty spot. And Pereira made no mistake from 12 yards. So we're back where we were a week ago. One ended in a 1-1 tie. But we only had, well, not even a third of the contest yet. So from the neutrals' perspective, there are plenty more. Goalmouth incidents, Baldissimo, give and go. For Jarapur. Over the left to Smith. Knocks it into the middle, but too close to Oxner. Well, that's got the crowd going. And it doesn't take much in the Wanderers grounds. They're always here in good numbers. They're always very vocal. They always get behind their team. That much to shout about in terms of goals or wins, but they love their HFX. Gutierrez hoping to find Secunda, but well ahead of him. So they'll take goals wherever they come from. The Wanderers fans, the privateers, get something tasty cooking in the kitchen. Strosik for Blake. Sarr complaining. Scene gets on with it and finds Gutierrez. But gives it away to Gonzalez of Pacific FC. Terran Campbell. That came off the referee. That'll be again catching practice for Oxner. That's where we stand. And Morton, who scored the goal and is under the ball here, then conceded the penalty. Valdissimo into the area. They're queuing up at the far post, side netting. Might have been Ben Fisk. He knows that he had a clear shot on target. Took it first time with Fisk. But couldn't trouble Oxner. Look how many over there were here. Campbell and Fisk. If Fisk was going for goal, he might have just cushioned it square for Campbell. He would have perhaps had a relative tap-in. Gonzalez meets the clearance. Gonzalez again. That's to Caritas. Forward for Pereira, the goal scorer. Emphatic penalty. And goes Rampersad. Referee's playing the advantage here. Pereira for Ida. Further left, looking for Secunda. And Chung back to his goalkeeper, who wasn't sure he could handle it, so volleyed it away. Distance, Campbell very well to control that, and here's Baldissimo. Campbell wants it played down the right hand side, gets it. Too vigorous in the challenge for the referee. Free kick to Pacific. Besides, already had a talking to from the referee, so the best course of action. Just trot away and do your job. Norman and Chung considering their options as the big men, Strossing among them, come forward. Campbell's there as well. Fisk making his way to the edge of the penalty area. Norman to deliver. Free kick. A tantalising ball. Oxner had to come and deal with it. Will be a corner. It's a delivery from the free kick. Look at this. Curls in. Oxner thinks about staying at home. Then he sees the curl and decides he has to come and deal with it himself. And Fisk over to take the corner. Near post, flicked on, behind by Jennifer. Last home game of the season. They're taking it all in. John for Secunda. Trying to get away from Chung. The lightly jerseys, but little break for Pereira. Get another one. Norton stood his ground, and it was important that he did. Gonzalez won't get a second chance. Bellissimo, one-hand ball, won't get it. Ida won the penalty. Back for Ossine, waving and Sarr forward on that far side. Gutierrez is ahead of him. Elton John is square. Lay up. Gutierrez stayed onside as Pereira makes his way forward. Gutierrez along the byline's gone out of play. Gutierrez should have delivered a little quicker. Just ran out of room as he tried to make his way along the goal line. But he's always a threat, Gutierrez. Just overran it there. Over 10 minutes to half-time. We've already seen 2 goals. Lucas McNaughton, after 13 minutes with an unchallenged header. And a penalty kick from Luis Alberto Pereira. Just before the half hour. After McNaughton Ida in the box. Mooney for John. Is a little clumsy from Gonzalez and gets a yellow card. Came in from behind. Stern warning and an immediate yellow card, and I don't think he can have any complaints. John didn't see him coming, and Gonzalez, well, you can't win a ball from there. And Gonzalez has been around long enough to know that. First yellow card of the contest. The Panamanian midfielder. Prasad chipping it forward. Prasad again, the break for Secunda. Ida, a little bit of room to work on this left-hand side. Is the service coming? He's lost it. Thought he was fouled, referee didn't agree. Baldissimo, have they stayed onside? Ben Fisk, he has done. Campbell in the middle. Fisk went for goal. Clearing header from Elton John. Gonzalez cushions it to Smith on that left-hand side. Forward again, and this time it is offside against Fisk. It's confirmed by the assistant referee. He got forward a moment ago. He was onside, and he had Campbell inside him. In the end, the move fizzles out. Pushes it forward. Ida couldn't take it, breaks for Hojarapur. Just too far ahead of Fisk. Nearly on his knees. Prasad for Insar. Dropped by Norman. Prasad again. Looking for an option. After the player of the year. And then Strosic with the header. Gonzalez, Baldissimo, first time forward. The idea was the right one. Rosine has plenty of time to get across, clear his lines. Looking for Secunda over the top of Perea, picked up by De Carolis. Secunda away from Hojarapur and Perea. Pokes it out to that far side. Prasad just got there ahead of Norman. Prasad again for Ida. Inside for the captain, the rocket man Elton John. But turned over, and Terran Campbell surrounded by three navy blue jerseys. Seven minutes to the break. This is number 7, Caden Chung. Worth his weight for a first clean sheet in the CPL will go on. Norton launches it forward over the top of Fisk. Oxner says, I'll take responsibility for that. Played a lot of the spring season alongside Peter Schaller. German decided to go back to university. Rosine fit after a frustrating first CPL season, plagued by injury in the lineup. Strosic for McNaughton. He's trying to tempt HFX out of their shape. Campbell finds Gonzalez. Norton did well to handle the header, so to speak. So, important interception. Looking for Smith on that far side. He takes the throw-ins. Back for the German captain. Gonzalez strides away from Ida. Held on by Baldissimo. Intercepted by De Carolis. Secunda. Inside one, but brought down by Baldissimo. Free kick to the home team. Last 5 minutes of the first half. It's been an entertaining game. Couple of goals. Yellow card. Other worrying moments in both penalty areas, to be fair. It'll be interesting to see the possession stats at half-time. Down goes Campbell. For the season, Terran Campbell. There's another yellow card coming here. Explaining. Puzzled look on the face of the Wanderers captain, John, who may be the recipient of that yellow card. Here's the confirmation. Baldissimo made no effort to run after it. HFX can clear up towards Pereira. McNaughton wins the header. Jaraport pushes for Baldissimo into the area. This couldn't take the ball with him. They'll get another chance here. That's out of play. It'll be a throw to the visitors. It's a free kick. I thought De Carolis got the last touch. The referee pointed in the other direction. But she's a lot closer than I am, and it's her decision that counts. Closing in on half-time. For Pereira. Carolis heads it forward again. Strosic for Smith, Montreal Impact player. Norton, who's grabbed the headlines for both good reason and bad in this first half. Smith. Away from Gutierrez. Gonzalez. Jarapur. Hayden Chung. Makes his way infield. Jarapur again from Burner BBC. Norton just to be a little careful. Secunda was closing in. Norton chipping it forward. Baldissimo, nice touch for Chung. Service into the middle. Fisk is giving chase on that far side. Campbell stays in the area. Norman's there as well. Jarapur joins the throng in the penalty area. Can they get the service? They can't. There's some defending to do. Ramprasad. Room for the left-hand side. Secunda. Pereira is further left. Here is the Colombian goal scorer. Pereira. Going to go all the way himself, and in the end, too many light blue jerseys. He had options to his right. Baldissimo over halfway. Chip it forward. Here was right, execution not so much. Final minute of the first half. The Wanderers grounds in Halifax. Last home game of the season. Punctuated by 2 goals. Lucas McNaughton involved in both, scoring a header to give the Tridents the lead, but then conceding the penalty from which Pereira blasted it into the top of the net. Just before the half hour. Strosic, strong header forward. Norman got caught, did he? And there's going to be a yellow card here. Who's there for Ossine? No. don't think there was a yellow card. The referee certainly had a word. Final seconds of the first half. Remember, only stoppages. We'll just have an extra few seconds. Norman will take the free kick. The referee will let him take it. Left-hand side into the area, and the header is hammered away. Gonzalez trying to keep it going to the edge of the area. Baldissimo, it's all a little congested. Managed to get it away. Just the 1 minute then of stoppage time, of which we've already played 30 seconds. And away goes Zach Secunda. He's onside. Ida's making his way forward. Couldn't get a telling touch. In the end, Worth gathers under pressure. Ida, the man who won the penalty, for which Pereira scored. It's probably the last action of the first half. And Smith takes the ball forward. And the referee blows her whistle for half-time. Goal for each. Luis Alberto Pereira, Colombian third goal of the season. Clinically taken penalty after Lucas McNaughton had given Pacific the lead after 13 minutes, but then conceded.
Got the scoring going, then Pereira scored on the PK. Nigel Reid as the second half. Enjoy.
Welcome back to Halifax, where they are getting used to this sort of scoreline, and Halifax Wanderers in the dark blue jerseys kicking from left to right in this second half. There have been 5 straight draws for Halifax on home soil, unbeaten in 6, but if they can win this, they would move above FC Edmonton into 6th place in the standings. Pacific FC, who had the lead in the first half, chasing a 3rd win over HFX. A victory for the visitors will hoist them all the way up to 3rd place. They are locked at 1. After first half goals from McNaughton and Pereira. Final home game of the season. The Wanderers grounds. Smith battling with Juan Diego Gutierrez. Throw for the home side, which Chris Saar will take. Played all along that back line, played right back, left back. I think he's also played central defence. Bossin in the lineup. His 3rd appearance of the season. Soon will get a second chance here. Bounces over the head of Ramprasad. John, helped on by Gutierrez. Good Ida. Looking on the left-hand side. Chung will get there ahead of Zach Secunda. Cleared into the night sky. Underneath it, Arnone. Ramprasad and Elton John, the 2 Trinidad and Tobago internationals combining. With their number, Akeem Garcia, HFX top scorer. Not here, he is away on international duty with Trinidad and Tobago. But it's that recall to the national team, the result of playing regular CPL soccer, scoring goals, and getting noticed by the national team. But he is missed in his absence. Norman cut it out with a header. And Ramprasad, but Bossin is there to cover. Saar away from Norman. His arm held. Tron trying to curl one into the penalty area, giving chases Ida. Smith did what was necessary. Away by McNaughton. Gutierrez always lively for Pereira, the goal scorer. Trying to thread it through for Ida. Away by Baldissimo. Sheen brings it down. Saar will win the throw. Fans have stayed with it in Halifax. They've come out in very, very good numbers all season, despite a lack of success on the field. Might be goals as well. At least they've seen one tonight. Always contributes to a good atmosphere. It's worth it. It was a good lob before him, but he dealt with it. Only trying to cushion the header, but only finds Terran Campbell. Janapour chips it forward. Baldissimo, who returns the favour. Norton scored the goal. To give the visitors the lead, then conceded the penalty, from which Pereira scored the equaliser. Smith cannons off Gutierrez. Sarr rising, Gutierrez. Sarr's continued his run. Put on by Pereira, Gutierrez making his way infield. And Fisk his way forward. Janapour on the right-hand side for Baldissimo. Campbell makes his way into the area. Have to wait for the service to arrive. Baldissimo again. Campbell, second in the scoring charts, behind Tristan Borges. Smith, looking to curl one for Campbell, didn't get across Arnone, and then Orsine, and then less said about that, the better from Gonzalez. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Only he knows what was in his mind, I think. Fortunately, had to hurry there. Gutierrez keep it in, he can't. Tricky little customer, the Peruvian. Quick feet. Good at the set pieces from free kicks and corners. That cultured left foot, Gutierrez. Gonzalez in the field. Hayden Chung popping it forward to Terran Campbell, watched by Arnone. Ida will give chase on that far side. Away from McNaughton and Secunda now. Plays it first time. Might have held on to it a moment longer. Campbell, Arnone always at his back, buzzing around, making a nuisance of himself. They know exactly how dangerous Campbell can be. Hasn't really had a look at goal yet, Terran Campbell. Norton, without laying it up the line to Chung, but comes back in field. Gonzalez takes over. Strosik again. Janapour. Who's ringing around the Wanderers' grounds. Pacific play possession soccer, and why not? Norman for Campbell. Elton John was making a nuisance of himself. Norton's getting the Blue Boy treatment from the fans. Popular down east. Into the area, looking for Campbell, laying it back, and came off Orsine. Shot came in from David Norman. Orsine put his body on the line, but he did it effectively. Norman blasted it. Textbook defending. Gutierrez. That's disappointing. He can do much better than that, and he knows it. he said to his troops at half-time, Silverback. Got themselves in front, then got pegged back, but you know what they say, when you're on the road, you'll take what you can get. So the Lions share a possession in that first half Pacific. There's Pereira. Play goes on, now the referee stopped it. Pereira and Norman coming together. The Colombian protesting. The result will be a free kick to Pacific. Scored Pacific's first ever goal in the CPL against HFX Wanderers. Way back in late April. It was a long time ago now. Norman's got a little bit of room here. Plays it in field, continues his run as Ben Fisk takes over. My reckoning, Fisk gets an assist for McNaughton's goal in the first half, and if so, that'll be his 5th of the season. Smith for Fisk. Spy Saar foot race. Saar is strong. There's that little battle. Field for Pereira, trying to hold it up. Broussard switches it to the left-hand side. Carolis for Secunda. So they've had a chance to get themselves sorted out defensively. Gonzalez. Another free kick for Pacific, and this time Secunda's were the one doing the complaining. Gone in the second half. No addition to the half-time score. Norton on 13, that free header. Pereira with a forceful penalty kick. 27 minutes. Ida, who won the penalty, couldn't quite stretch far enough, and Hayden Chung field for the aforementioned McNaughton. Chips it forward up to halfway. Fisk was trying to get there. Might get it this time. Plays it left for Smith. No great urgency about Pacific. No great ambition at this stage. Long way to go. Campbell, square for Gonzalez. This time straightforward. Straightforward. Christian Oxen. Oxner for the Rocket Man. Noni brings it forward. The run of Gutierrez, but too close to Worth. Walks it out for Blake Smith. Officially on loan from FC Cincinnati of Major League Soccer. Blake Smith. Well, you know when he's got the ball. Chung cleverly away. Still Caden Chung. He's being allowed to run here, Caden Chung. And there were 2 over. Well, Smith and Fisk were completely unmarked. They got themselves a corner, but perhaps they might have got more. So Fisk, will he knock it into the penalty area? Norman temporarily came short, gave it plenty of air. Oxner came and was fouled in the attempt to punch it away. And a free kick to the home team. Ida got away, has he? Did he keep it in? He didn't. Not quite. Just went over the whitewash on that far side. The play to the whistle, as they say, and Ida was perfectly happy to do that until the assistant's flag stopped him in his tracks. Strikes it for Smith. Not the most popular man in Halifax. Norman left-footed. He's looking for Smith. He will get there. Mistake from Ansar. Chung makes his way forward. Jarapur, Gonzalez. A yellow card in the first half. Gonzalez needs to be a little bit careful. Playing in that important defensive midfield role. Will want to have to dive in again. Jarapur chips it out to this left-hand side for Smith, watched by Ansar. First time forward for Campbell. Not too many to aim for in the penalty area. Campbell towards the edge of the area. Did he go himself? It's in Smith. Campbell again. Just teasing those Halifax defenders. Smith across the area, dealt with by De Carolis. Drops for Norman, and now for Campbell. Knocked down by Elton John and Gonzalez. Now, what's the referee going to do? He's already been booked. Elton John is in there protesting, as is Hossein. But Gonzalez was involved again. He's on a yellow card. He needs to be very mindful of that. Well, on that replay, it looks like he got the ball first ahead of Ida. Janapur making his point to Marie-Soleil-Baudouin. Gonzalez okay for the time being. I wonder whether that would have been a yellow card if he didn't already have one. We'll never know. Referee decides to keep her cards in her pockets. Oxner needs to deal with this as Fisk was closing down. Later on, Ida gives chase. McNaughton back to his goalkeeper. Greatest of clearances, in all truth. Gonzalez again finds Norman. His dad played in the World Cup in 1986. David Norman Sr. Canada in Mexico, played all 3 games. We're past the hour mark. Of the game where you can see some movement on the bench. Still deadlocked at 1-1. No substitutions for either side yet. Replacements will not be far away. Gonzalez from Norman, first time forward. Carlos cushions it back for Oxner. Nonsense defending, but straight out of play. David Norman is on loan from the Vancouver Whitecaps. Janapur. Seen lets it over his head, and Oxner gave him the call. Prasad, John. It's neat and tidy, but neither side really hurting the other at the moment. All chances at a premium at the start of this second half. Plenty of time for that to change. Seen. Trying to tempt Pacific out of their shape. And again. Maybe. Secunda. Gutierrez thought about it. Took a deflection. Worth had to keep his eye on it because that was a spinning ball in the air. Trying square ball for Smith. Game's become rather becalmed in the last 10 minutes. Norman away from Elton John, but there was a foul. Maybe there's going to be some action on the bench. From the bench, I should say. Here's the first substitution. And Marcel de Jong. How good it is to see him back on a football pitch anywhere. He's going to be the first substitution for Pacific. And Gonzalez makes his way off the field, maybe for his own good. He already had a yellow card.
Pacific FC substitution in the 66th minute.
So Gonzalez is off. And for the first time in almost a year, Marcel de Jong is back on a football pitch. Ruptured his Achilles tendon in pre-season training in March. Had surgery and has spent the entire first season of the CPL after leaving the Vancouver Whitecaps, rehabbing from that. Fisk into the area, and that's dangerous and hooked away by De Carolis. Fisk brings it up again. Pacific sensed something here. And they've turned it over, and Ida, and it's 3-on-3 here. Possibilities for Ramprasad, who slipped at the vital moment. And Strosic just got a foot in. Ramprasad thumps the turf in frustration. Well, from one end to the other. I said the game had become a bit calm, and then suddenly two chances at either end. Marcel de Jong, first touch of a football in competitive action for almost a year. His last game was October the 17th, 2018, for the Whitecaps against Sporting Kansas City. So 8 days short of a year. And the Canadian international left-back, Marcel de Jong, welcome back. Have a look here. Ida had Ramprasad outside him, and just as he was about to pull the trigger, just slipped on the turf. The scene it is. He's going to need some running repairs. So if he's not injured, he's had his fair share of injury problems. But you can see spitting blood. Rosine staunch that before being allowed to continue. He's got a bang in the mouth. There'll be a corner. That's the opportunity. This came out of nothing. We're just past the three-quarter mark of the game. It's going to be a corner to Pacific. Rosine still needing attention. The referee saying if you need further attention, you're going to have to go off the field. Medical staff doing just that. So temporarily, if this corner is taken, HFX will be without one of their main central defenders, so it's 11 against 10. That's unfortunate, as Orsini is led away into the area, away by Arnone, who leads the counter-attack. Young coming to challenge, having taken the corner. Ido will keep it in play. 10 men. Let's get to the penalty area. De Jong knocking it forward, looking for Terran Campbell, and Oxner's come and didn't get there. Now what's the referee going to do? Because he flattened Terran Campbell. It's a yellow card for Oxner. And that's the right decision, because Campbell was going away from goal. Oxner came and tried to improvise and head the ball away. Didn't make contact with the ball, but did make contact with Terran Campbell. And Oxner is in the book. And suddenly it's all happening at the Wanderers grounds. Just trying to see whether Orsini is back on the field. And Terran Campbell now needing some attention. There was the run from Oxner. You see, he tried to head it away, but didn't get anywhere near the ball, but wiped out Campbell. He was heading away from goal. Had he been heading the opposite direction, Oxner might have seen red. And bearing in mind, it's worth repeating that Wanderers don't have a substitute goalkeeper on the bench. Michael Williams is suspended, having done something similar at Cavalry last weekend. Orsini is back with us. We're back on 11 against 11. David Norman is preparing to take the free kick. Campbell is back on the field. Norman left-footed, went for goal. Wall did its job. Smith, last man back. Smith, Norman still forward. Forward more in hope than expectation. 20 minutes to go. The final home game of the season for HFX Wanderers. They're locked at 1-1. Morton's goal was the opener. The other end, he fouled Ida. Correa dispatched the penalty. All before the half hour. No addition to the score since then. Norman wins the header. Helped on by Ojalapour. Sani to deal with that. Noni. Carolis looking down that left-hand flank. Cut up by McNaughton. Calls from the crowd rather than the players for handball. Strosic needs a little bit of help. Goes down. By Smith. Finds Ben Fiss. Orsini, De Jong. Offside. 56 caps for the Canadian men's national team, Marcel De Jong. He will just love the fact that he's back on a football field. There he is again, Marcel De Jong. Reading some comments from him this week, and he was saying, well, when you're a player and an athlete, you read about the injuries. Took inspiration from one David Beckham, who suffered a similar injury in the latter stages of his career. Said it took him 6 months to get back. By my reckoning, it's taken De Jong 7 months to get back on the field. He's been champing at the bit for the last couple of weeks. The medical staff have held him back. He said, you don't want to come back too early, you could make it worse. De Jong back in competitive action. That's a fine effort. And now Gutierrez. The original shot was from Pereira. And now Arnone thinks about it. And might want to think again. Involved, and Pereira said, get out the way. Caught a smart save from Nolan Worth, and then Gutierrez picked up the ball. Substitution is made. Ben Fiss will take a seat. And Zach Verhoeven will take his place. 21-year-old from Surrey, BC. Ben Fiss contributed to the early goal. Crossed it back in, from which Mac Norton was unmarked on the far post. Careless twisting and turning and finding his captain and continuing his run. Leader doing much the same. Secunda. There has Rampersad square. Tries to pick out Corsin. Christian Saar. Where's he going? Goes down by De Jong. Baldissimo looking into the middle. Watched diligently by Elton John. Rampersad forward. With help from Gutierrez on this near side as Pereira makes his way forward, as does Ida. Gutierrez thought about it. Surely offside. There's the signal from the referee. Offside indeed. Looks like we may have another substitution here. Kuruma is going to come on. Take the place of Gutierrez. And for like Swamp, Kuruma usually operates down the left-hand side. Kuruma can do some damage. We've seen it often this season. Gutierrez busy as usual. Pacific will probably be happy to see the back of him. Different challenge now with Mohamed Kuruma. I would imagine operating on the left-hand side of midfield. But no change to the scoreline. John forward as far as Smith. Smith again. Turn away from Secunda. Tracks his every footstep. Jarapur. Forward. Campbell's in the middle if they can find him. Over the top of the Carolus. A slip. Maybe possibilities. Chung far ahead of Verhoeven. Just about a quarter of an hour to play. The solution to the deadlock. Stood since the 27th minute. Did well in a tight area. Smith. Pressure from Pereira. Work out to that far side, but straight out of play. HFX throw. Next to Carolus. And his captain. John forward. First touch for Kuruma. No, John's gone down and banging the turf and appears to be in discomfort. And the Carolus just backheels it out of play. And Elton John, well, is he really hurt? Certainly seemed to be in discomfort. HFX have just made a change. The referee saying, well, do you need treatment or not? Apparently not. And grabbing that right knee. Apparently no harm done. You will see. Campbell was closing in. Looked on. He couldn't control it. De Jong flicks it over his head and finds Jalapur. Makes his way forward on the left-hand side. From Pacific. Smith pushing the header to his left for De Jong. Trying to find a way around inside. Kneels for the throw. And will win it, despite the protests from the HFX right back. for Norman. Again left for De Jong, this time Insar gets there first. Secunda couldn't control it. Nate Smith thought about it. De Jong still well forward. Jarapar, that far side, there's that handball it was. Hoven, I think, just took his eye off it for a moment, just struck his left arm. Chances for the counter-attack, led by Kodai Ida. Looking for the run of Kuruma. Run through the Worth, who clears without ceremony. Halfway, Arnone. John. Norman made the challenge. Ida forward. Kuruma, that's a nice 1-2. Referee will let this go. And on the edge of the area, it was a clean challenge by Caden Chung. No whistle. Who's ringing around the Wanderers ground? They were sure there was a foul there on their man. Referee unimpressed. Square for Strossett. As we approach the final 10 minutes. John took it away from Norman. Kuruma. Well, there were other options, let's put it that way. Yellow card. Is that for the goalkeeper? Time wasting. I'll confirm that for you momentarily. So the yellow card has been brandished. Recipient was. Norton. It's the yellow card. He's had a full game, Lucas Norton. Scored a goal, gave away a penalty, which led to the equaliser. Has now incurred the wrath of the referee. Norton in the book as well, alongside Gonzalez, who's long since departed. Baldissimo came in strongly. HFX ball. Carolus needs an option. Ends up on his backside. Civic to launch the counter-attack. Campbell might have been offside, never got there. Carolus on the charge. For the Wanderers, Ida is to his left, Carolus goes for goal. Wolf had to get his body behind him, but it was comfortable in truth. Five straight draws or ties, whichever you prefer. The outcome on these grounds in recent weeks, unbeaten in 6. Have ended all square. This has a familiar look about it. As you've seen, makes his way forward. Saab. Seen forward for Pereira. Uses his body to shield the ball. And John for Rampersad. Saab making his way forward on this right-hand side. Ida ahead of him. Rampersad square. Saab continues his run. Can he keep it in play? He can't stop the goal kick, but conceded the throw. We're going to have another substitution. Double substitution, in fact. Skublak and Scott Firth. The last 7 minutes. Ida makes his way off. Replaced by Firth. Skublak will take the place of Rampersad. That's not what we meant. Hold your horses. Certainly Rampersad's number was up, but I'm not sure that's what Stephen Hart wanted. So we have Firth on feeder. Who takes the place of Skubak? Well, there you are. There's your answer. It's Pereira, I think. That makes more sense. So Rampersad stays on. Pereira's night is done. So fresh legs up front. In the form of Skubak, Scott Firth. Skubak, 17, challenging Nolan Worth. There's Rampersad, who's still on the field. I thought he should have had a foul. Referee not impressed. Saab, first touch for Firth. Campbell takes a tumble. Skubak just over his head, dealt with the left back Smith. Away comes Strosic. Strongly too far ahead of Campbell again. It's been a frustrating night for Terran Campbell. Can't remember him having a clean look at goal. I guess you have to credit the HFX backline for keeping him quiet. Baldissimo buzzing around, and Oxford up towards halfway. Ahead of Skubak. John brings it down. The Carolus on his bike on that left-hand side. First time ball, McNaughton, safety first, behind for a corner. The volume begins to rise again around the Wanderers grounds. 5 minutes to go. Make their way forward. Here comes Arnone. Beside the tall man as well. Karuma will deliver. Left-footed. Plenty of air underneath it. Away by Strosic as far as Firth. Oh, just wide. Scott Firth's only been on the field 2 minutes. Really became an instant hero. Final substitution. We're going to see the introduction of Nakajima Farron as you look at the replay. Scott Firth sat for him, took it on. It's wide of the far post. I think it's Baldissimo who's gone off, it is. And the veteran presence of Nakajima Farron on for the closing minutes. For the Tridents. Seen the header. Skubak who's gone down in the heat. It is indeed. Welcome to the game. Well, it's been a battle out there, no question about that. We were hoping we would see more goals in the second half, but there's still time for that. They take the free kick. And he pump it into the mixer. He has Nassar, short to his right. And in it goes. Goalkeeper's come. Worth gets there. The goalkeeping, if you're going to come, you've got to get there. Worth back to his own judgment there. Did what was necessary. Arnone with the header forward. Smith chasing that. Strosic behind him. Here he is, the German. Finley was trying to close him down. Smith out of trouble. Jalapur, Strosic. Worth clears long into the night sky. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining in Halifax. Stalemate, still 1-1. Both goals before the half-hour mark. Chances few and far between. Second half. The Blue Boys are back. Arnone forcefully forward. Norton again. Jalapur helps it forward. And well, Campbell almost got there ahead of Oxner, who hesitated momentarily. The danger hasn't passed. Oxner the save from Nakajima Farron. Away for a corner. And the alarm bells are ringing inside the penalty area. The Carolus leads the protests. It will be a corner for Pacific. Seal was almost had an instant impact. Got the shot on target. And Ochsner kept his legs together. Verhoeven is going to take the corner towards the back post. Referee saw some pushing and shoving, and the ball drifts behind. It'll be a free kick for the home team. 3 minutes of additional time. I should say a minimum of 3 minutes. Manone all forward. Skubak with the header on for Karuma on that left-hand side. Pursued by McNaughton in the field. Firth didn't get there ahead of Blake Smith. So the team going to gamble. They're brave enough to find a winner. John picks himself up. The Pacific will have the free kick. Jarabour. John can take it away. Skubak turning. Skubak might shoot here. Skubak needed the save. Away for a corner. Suddenly in the closing minutes, confirming there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. This game is threatening to catch fire again. Don't they know it behind that goal? Skubak is all alone. Took the shot on. Rosic and Worth managed to keep him out towards the near post. Ram Prasad wants another corner. He's not going to get one. Only got 1 goal this season. We'd love another in the next 2.5 minutes. Carolus keen to get on with it, looking for Karuma, never found him. Elton John in midfield. Ram Prasad helps him out, away from Firth. Norton and Chung, they've given it away again. Really can't afford to turn it over in those areas of the field. HFX throw. He played a minute of the additional 3. Karuma again. Knows he can deliver. Was quickly in with the challenge at the expense of another throw. Another chance for Halifax to pile on the pressure. Raise their voices in expectation again behind Nolan Worth's goal. Somebody break the throw. It's the Carolus from the shadows into the area. It goes. Skubak hooks it away. And Saar back into the mixer again, but too close to the goalkeeper. Worth returns it with interest. Dealt with by Secunda of all people, who was back there defending. De Jong. Smith kept his eye on the ball. De Jong again. He can go with Jarabour. De Jong. Way across goal. John chance to clear his lines. They don't. Norman. De Jong again. He's been known to hit them from distance. Verhoeven inside 1. Can't get past the second, who is Ram Prasad. Skubak all alone, trying to turn Strosic, and has done so. And he's got Scott Firth, if he can spot him. Scott Firth, oh, couldn't find him. McNaughton, the saviour. Away for a corner. Skubak spotted Firth. And McNaughton had to get something on it, because Firth would have had a clear run at goal. What drama in the closing seconds. This will surely be the final chapter. We've played the 3 minutes. Everybody forward for HFX. Final seconds of the final home game of the season. They'll try and suck it in behind that goal. We'll have to wait until the referee has parted the warring parties. Karuma, left-footed, into the area it goes, away by Strosik. And they'll clear it eventually with Verhoeven, will they? Still we play on, but no longer. Final whistle. Draw to the last of the Wanderers grounds between HFX Wanderers and Pacific FC, and it'll end as it has so often ended at the Wanderers grounds, as the two coaches embrace, with the spoils shared. Lucas McNaughton with the goal, a free header after 13 minutes, but then gave away the penalty for which Pereira equalised before the half hour.